Okay, this is People of the State of Michigan versus Ricky Houston, docket number 20-244FH. This is the time set for a plea. And Mr. Houston, I have your most current address on Waverly, right?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. And would you raise your right hand, please? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give in this matter will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Thank you. You can put your hand down. And Mr. Houston, you have the right to be represented by an attorney. You are represented there by Mr. Sartz, who is present via Zoom as well. And Mr. Sartz, this is a plea to count one, correct? And you'll waive reading of count two?
We do, Your Honor. Thank you.
All right, please read count one then, Ms. Allen.
In the People of the State of Michigan versus Ricky Houston, file 20-244-FH, State of Michigan, County of Ingham. In the name of the people of the State of Michigan, the prosecuting attorney for this county appears before the court and informs the court that on or about February 25th, 2020, at South Waverly and West Jolly Road, City of Lansing, Ingham County, the defendant did in count one commit the offense of operating while intoxicated. That he did operate a vehicle upon a highway, South Waverly Road, while under the influence of alcoholic liquor and or having an alcohol content of 0.08 grams or more per 100 milliliters of blood, contrary to Michigan law. There's a notice here for the defendant that this offense resulted in damage to another individual's property or physical death or injury to another person, and there may be restitution. This is a misdemeanor punishable by up to 93 days and $100 to $500 and or 360 hours community service, rehabilitative programs, vehicle immobilization mandatory with a prior, costs of prosecution, reimburse government for emergency response and expenses for prosecuting the defendant. This is a third offense notice accompanying this misdemeanor, which makes it a felony. We ask the court take notice that the defendant was previously convicted of operating while intoxicated on or about February 20th, 2007 in the 56A District Court, and of operating while intoxicated on or about August 23rd, 2011 in the 54A District Court, and of operating while intoxicated on or about April 11th, 2012 in the 30th Circuit Court, and again of operating while intoxicated on or about August 21st, 2013 in the 30th Circuit Court. Therefore, upon conviction, the defendant will be subject to an enhanced sentence under Michigan law and vehicle forfeiture under Michigan law. It also makes this offense a felony, punishable by $500 to $5,000 and either 1 to 5 years or probation with 30 days to 1 year in jail, at least 48 hours to be served consecutively, and 60 to 180 days community service, rehabilitative programs, costs of prosecution, reimburse government for emergency response and expenses to prosecuting defendant, mandatory vehicle immobilization of not less than 1 year or more than 3 years pursuant to Michigan law. And this is committed against the peace and dignity of the state of Michigan.
Mr. Houston, you're being charged here with what's known as operating while intoxicated, third offense. That is a felony punishable by up to 5 years in prison. Have you had enough time to talk about the charge with your lawyer?
Yeah.
Do you understand the charge against you?
Yeah.
Do you have any questions about what we're doing today?
Yeah. What is we doing?
Pardon me?
No, I'm fine. I'm fine. Okay.
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 And I'm told you want to plead guilty to this, is that correct?
Yeah, for a plea agreement. Yeah.
Yes, okay.
Yes.
If your plea of guilty is accepted by this court, it means you won't have a trial of any kind and you'll be giving up the rights that go along with the trial. I have a written advice of rights form here. It looks like it's got your signature on it. Did you sign that?
Yes, that's me.
Okay, did you go over the rights on the form with your lawyer?
Yes. Yes.
So you understand the form lists the rights that go along with a trial, and those are the
Yeah.
rights you give up when you plead guilty. You understand
Yeah.
that? And is that what you want to do?
Yeah.
Also, if I accept your plea, it means you can't come back later on and try to say that the plea was the result of some promise or threat that no one told me about today. Do you understand that?
Yes.
It also means you cannot come back later on and try to say that it really wasn't your own choice to plead guilty today. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Is there a plea agreement, Ms. Allen?
There is, Your Honor. In exchange for the defendant's successful plea and sentence to count 1, the people agree to dismiss count 2 and the habitual offender notice in full. There's also a sentence agreement pursuant to People v. Killebrew that the defendant's upfront jail will not exceed 12 months in the Ingham County Jail.
Mr. Sartz, is that a full and complete statement?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Houston, is all of that your understanding of the agreement also?
Yes,
Do you agree with this?
yes,
There's an agreement about your sentence, and that is that it would be no more than 12 months in jail. If for some reason I decided not to go along with that, I would tell you before I sentenced you, and I'd give you a chance if you wanted to take back this plea and start all over. You got all that?
yes, yes.
Has anyone promised you anything else that hasn't been said here right now in order to get you to plead guilty?
No,
Anyone used any threats?
no,
Is this your own choice to plead guilty?
yes,
And are you doing it because you believe you are in fact guilty?
yeah, yeah.
Okay, then we're talking about driving under the influence. Tell me what you did on or about February 25th of this year. Were you driving a car?
Yeah, I was driving a truck.
Okay, did the
Down
police stop you?
Waverly. Yeah, they stopped me, yeah.
Okay, and did they administer some tests to you?
Nah, I just went to jail.
Okay, do you remember having your blood drawn?
Yeah, I remember that.
Do you agree that your blood was over the legal limit for driving a vehicle?
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
and that's because you'd been drinking alcohol, is that correct?
yes,
Okay, and you told me Waverly. Was that near Waverly and Jolly in Lansing, Ingham County?
yes,
Has the court complied with MCR 6.302, Ms. Allen? We'll give her a minute. She froze up and she mentioned she was having internet problems.
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Sartz,
Yes, Your Honor.
are you aware of any promises, threats, or inducements other than those already placed on the record, Ms. Allen?
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Sartz?
None, Your Honor.
The court finds the plea is understandingly and voluntarily made without undue influence, threats, or promises of leniency. It is an accurate plea. It's supported by the testimony. The plea is accepted. Sentencing date is?
February 1st, 3:15.
Mr. Sartz, can you do February 1st at 3:15?
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you.
And I'm gonna, maybe we can do this the same way where unless you want to be here too, Mr. Sartz, but Mr. Houston, I think, because he might have had issues with the technology, came to the courthouse and is in our media room. Do you want to do that the same way?
Sure, Your Honor. Our office should be more open up by that point as well. With the vaccines right around the corner, I would expect that our office will be opening back up to client visits and whatnot. So, but
Okay,
either approach is fine, Your Honor.
I'm trying to share your optimism, but, okay, then sentencing will be February 1st at 3:15. And, Mr. Houston, you'll need to come back here just like you did today, unless you hear otherwise, but you'll need to come back here. And the other thing you'll need to do is within 24 hours, call the adult probation department so that they can set up an interview with you for the report that they need to do for sentencing. If you have any questions about how to do that, Mr. Sartz, I'm sure, can give you the phone number. But it's not pretrial services, it's adult probation. They write the report that I need for sentencing. Your bond is continued. Do you have any questions, Mr. Houston? I think he might be frozen too.
I
Okay,
have no questions.
you have no questions. Okay, very good. Then that will conclude our hearing. Mr. Houston, what, are you taking him something, Michael?
It's the costs.
Oh, okay. So don't take off just yet. Someone is delivering to you a copy of a piece of paper that has court costs on it, and you just need to have that, and then you're all set, okay?
Okay.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're all, thank you.